We all know that Elvis had a lot of number ones in the US and the UK, but he also actually had 9 number twos on the UK chart. And today we're going to be looking at those songs and the records that kept them from being number one, including one record that was held at number two by not one, not two, but 3 different records. So let's go right back to June 1956 when Elvis's first record in the UK, Heartbreak Hotel, peaked at number 2. This record was at number 1. See if you can guess who the singer is and what the song was called.
I'll be home, my darling.
We're staying with 1956 for Elvis's second number 2. Now, the record that kept it from number 1 is probably the most forgotten record of all the ones that I'm going to talk about today. So I'll give you the record that prevented the Elvis song from getting to number 1 and see if you can guess what the Elvis record is. So the Elvis record got to number 2 in October 1956.
Your eyes are the eyes of a woman in love.
And here's the Elvis record.
You ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time.
In late 1957, in the UK, the song Party was released as a single with Got a Lot of Living to Do on the B-side. And that single, of course, wasn't released in America. Now, this is the most interesting one in that it was kept from being number 1 by 3 different records. So it first reached number 2 in October 1957, and this huge record was at number 1.
I'm so young and you're so old. This, my darling, I've been told. I don't care just what they say.
After that, Party slipped to number 4 and went back to number 2, by which time another very famous record was number 1. The following week, the Crickets had slipped to number 3, Party remained at number 2 and was leapfrogged by this record.
Long time ago in Bethlehem, so the Holy Bible say.
Okay, for the next one, let's see if you can guess the Elvis song and the song which kept it from being number 1. So the record charted in late February 1958 and it peaked at the end of March 1958. Once again, remember, this was sometime after it would have charted in America. This record was at number 1.
Magic moments when two hearts are kin.
And here's the Elvis record. Once again, with the next one, see if you can guess the Elvis record as well as the record which kept it from being number 1. We're still in 1958. This particular song entered the chart in July 1958 and it quickly shot to number 2 the next week. It looked for all the world like it was going to get to number 1, but it didn't. And this record here kept it from being number 1. Any idea what the Elvis tune was? Here it is.
Well, a hard-headed woman, a soft-hearted man, been the cause of trouble ever since the world began. Oh yeah, ever since the world began.
Still with 1958, and we have another single that was released in the UK but not released in America. This was King Creole and Dixieland Rock. King Creole charted in early 1958 and it rose to number 2 in its 3rd week. See if you can guess the name and the song which kept it from being number 1.
And I know that you're the one to blame.
Stupid Cupid.
Hey, hey, set me free. Stupid Cupid, stop picking on me.
Elvis's first number 2 of the 1960s was in the summer of 1960 when A Mess of Blues, backed with The Girl of My Best Friend, reached number 2. And this was the record that kept it from being number 1. Okay, numbers 8 and 9 are very famous Elvis songs, so I expect you to guess the Elvis song as well as the artist and the song, which kept them from being number 1. Now, the first one charted in June 1969, and it got to number 2 in early July, when this record was number 1.
Call out the instigator, because there's something in the air.
And here is the Elvis record.
On a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
Now, the last one is a case of a real missed opportunity, because this particular song was a big hit in America, and RCA Victor in the UK were uncertain whether to release it or not, and they left it a few weeks, and all the while copies were being imported into the UK from the US, so the record was proving very popular. And eventually they did release the record, but it stalled at number 2. And it took a while to get there. It charted in late November 1969, and it didn't get to number 2 until mid-January 1970, when this record was number 1.
Two little boys had two little toys. Each had a wooden horse. Gaily they played.
Any idea what the Elvis record was? Here it is.
I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby.
It's interesting that 6 of these 9 records were actually number 1 records in America. 2 of them were not released on singles in America, and the other one, A Mess of Blues, was the flip side to It's Now or Never, itself a number 1 record. So given that, perhaps we can say that Elvis really was second to none. Thanks for watching.